Last month, the Stuff.io team announced their latest investor, Snoop Dogg. This week, they released a new white paper, already the third one, where they detail their plans for their new Layer 2 blockchain and how it will all impact the tokenomics. There's also a roadmap that we will go over. Now, I'm just gonna open the white paper and we're gonna go through it and comment. It may be a bit on the lengthy side for a video. I'm doing it one take, no script, so let's get started. If you know Stuff.io, you know what they're trying to build, which is basically they want to give digital ownership to people. Spotify, it's streaming, you don't own anything, and artists, they make fraction of a cent every time you listen. So not a good thing for artists. Then you have ebooks, so everything on Amazon mostly. And well, you don't really own it because, hey, if you change country, for instance, you lose access to your Amazon account. Or, hey, you're an offer and suddenly they decide to cancel you, well, up yours. So it's to solve all this problem that they're using blockchain to basically give real assets to people. So that's really in a nutshell. They have a lot of investors, Ingram Content Group, which is the largest book distributor. They distribute all the books for Amazon, so really top player in the industry. They have Snoop Dogg, so this is for the music side. They have BDMI, part of Bertelsmann Group, which owns BMG and Penguin Random House, so a big label and a big, like one of the top 5 publisher. So a lot of people involved in there. And here, little digression. Usually when you see startups and you see big companies investing, my experience in crypto is that it's like A16Z, some investment fund invested, whatever. People who don't have skin in the game, they're just like, hey, our goal is to make money, so we buy pre-sale and then we dump when the startup, gets off. Here you have people who are in the industry, they see the issues and they're like, okay, we have a problem, so let's build a solution. And this solution is Stuff.io. Here you can see on the screen, on the top left, number of streams and how much money you make. So if you're huge, like Taylor Swift, 1 billion streams, probably she does them. If she has the high end of royalties, which is very possible, then $500,000. Nice. But 1 billion streams, it's like huge. Most likely most people, artists, independent artists, they don't get there. They get on the low end, and then what? Oh, I had 10,000 people listening to my music. Awesome. I made $7. What a joke. What a joke. So the idea is what? Hey, streaming is cool. It's like for discovering things. You have some algorithm working in and so on. So, okay. It's like listening to the radio, basically. But then what's even better, as an artist, if you want to make money, is to connect to your fans. And here they put an example that, hey, if you sell 1,000 albums, for instance, to your fans at $10 a piece, then you make 10,000. Stuff, they take 30% cut, so 7,000. So it's equivalent of 10 million streams on the high end of the royalties. So 10 million streams, 1,000 people who support you. So I think it's a clear benefit for artists. Now, what is really cool, something here that I want to mention is this part here. Stuff, their idea is to have no gatekeepers. So they don't care what you use to create. So if you want to use AI, then go for it. And I think it's a smart move on the end. It doesn't matter to antagonize some people, because for one person antagonized, you'll have 10 AI creators. So in the end, it doesn't matter. If you don't want to do AI, then just don't do it. Hopefully it will be clear if the person used AI or not, so you know what you buy, and you can filter out the AI stuff. To each their own, so that's fair. But I do believe we'll have more and more people using AI to create, because it just allows to accelerate the process. So you have more and more of this content, and it's good that Stuff positions themselves as a place where, you use AI, no problem, come on in. They need to ride that trend. Okay, so what is interesting is, yes, so what is the solution? Okay, artists, they don't make money. Fans, they don't really own, they can lose access, things can be cancelled, books can be edited without notice. If the rights of the books change hands and then Amazon doesn't have them anymore, then you lose access to. So, it's kind of flimsy, not very stable. So what's the idea? It's here. It's the 4 pillars of the solution. This little house here. I'm gonna zoom in. So, 4 things: minting engine, media layer 2, media storage, media delivery. And all of this powers what? The creator portal, secondary retail and secondary marketplace. So retail marketplace is the Stuff.io website, just to make clear. It's just like a normal web store that you go to and you buy something. So this is the retail marketplace and secondary. Consume to earn, and finally the AI creation and recommendation engine. By the way, something that is really cool with Stuff.io is that because all the money comes from people actually buying, and artists also using the Stuff token to mint their art, then it's an ad-free space. And this is pretty cool too. I don't monetize my videos, so hopefully you don't get any ads. But I know that when I watch YouTube or Twitch or something and I have ads, like, leave me alone. Anyway, that was just another digression. All right, so the minting engine, why does it matter? Because when you are in the publishing world, your goal is to sell as much as possible. So you may really, think of any artist with quite a good fame. They can easily sell millions. So if you sell millions, you need to be able to create millions of NFTs or fungible tokens if you go for the fungible version. And so here they just explain how it's super flexible. They have the DEA thing, so like no anti-piracy and so on, and that you can do mass distribution, you can do collectibles. If you're kind of small fry, you can go with the self-service interface launch.stuff.io, where anyone can sell their stuff. That's pretty powerful. They're multi-chain and so on. Verified digital origin. This, they don't talk about it a lot, but I think, clients may not care. Artists do care. Proof of authenticity, that where, like, who created the asset, and you have proof of that. It is really important. I shared on my X account recently a YouTube video by Venus Theory, where he's an artist, he has a Spotify page, and he basically does the video showing you that anyone can publish a song on his page, or anyone can create a song and say that they collaborated with him. And it's like complete nonsense, super crazy. Look it up. I think it's called What's Wrong with Spotify or something like this. Venus Theory. Long video, but very enlightening. So, in a world with more AI and more plagiarism, with AI it's easy to copy the voice of someone, then this verified digital origin matters. So, okay, this is the minting thing. Then DEA, okay, it's secure, blah, blah, blah. More interesting, layer 2. They talked a lot about that, how it's just too expensive to use normal blockchains for mass media. So here they tell you, okay, let's say you want to give away 5 million free media tokens. Maybe you're doing some marketing action. So here you see how much it costs. So I'll take Cardano because that's where most of the audience is. $12.7 million to send 5 million NFTs. Yep, Stuff layer 2, less than 50k. So it will be, 0.001, like a tenth of a cent, I guess, or even less, to send something and paid in stuff. So basically, if you do media on a blockchain, you need the blockchain that is built for that. And the blockchains that exist currently, they are general purpose blockchains, so they don't handle media properly. Here we're talking about speed and low fees, because imagine, again, let's take a famous artist selling 1 million NFTs. It's a hyped sale. You do have 1 million people showing up at the same time, buying at the same time. Well, it takes a lot of time to process those transactions. You see here, Base for 1 million purchase, it would take 2 hours. Cardano 4 hours, Ethereum 14 hours. I mean, you cannot, in Web 2, it doesn't work like that. Okay, I paid, I want my stuff. So they need to create the blockchain that will be able to handle dozens of thousands of transactions per second at really a minimum price. So that's what they're building it. They're building it with fluid tokens. They did a space with them where they talk more about that. So here, I guess the most important from that space was that it's based on Midgard, which is a layer 2 solution built on Cardano by Fluid Tokens and Anastasia Labs. And Midgard is like a white label blockchain. So anyone can use it, copy paste, adapt to their needs, meaning that Midgard at the moment is in development. I think they plan a mainnet release end of year. And the Stuff blockchain is being built in parallel, because it's the same thing, just copy paste but adapted to media. So if Midgard is done by end of year, it is possible that the Stuff blockchain is also done maybe a couple of months later. I don't know how fast Fluid Tokens work. I know they hired 3 new devs, maybe it was linked to that contract, not sure. But I don't think the Stuff blockchain is that far away. So cool, we have a blockchain that is super fast and super cheap and can handle media. So it will be super centralized at the beginning, but it's still gonna settle on Cardano. So there at least we have censorship resistance and these kind of things. And maybe the most important piece that I kind of brushed off is that it's powered by Stuff token, meaning that you want to pay transaction fees, it's Stuff token. So imagine all the transactions. Every time someone buys, sells, lends to someone, gives to someone, all of this will involve the Stuff token. So it's pretty powerful when you think about it, that have a whole blockchain centered around media, and if they do get to 1 million users and more, and millions of titles and books and so on, then it's really millions of transactions that we're gonna have, and millions of transactions which involve Stuff token, meaning this token must come from somewhere, so someone needs to buy it, someone needs to sell it. Not sure what will be the actual impact on price, but you have to realize that they're building the blockchain for media. The vision is crazy. When you read this white paper, you realize that they're not even a startup anymore in a sense. What they set their eyes on is really a revolution in the media industry, and they have all the people to back them up, including players from the industry. So it's gonna take time, I think, but still crazy, crazy dreams. So okay, they built the L2. It's an optimistic roll-up, meaning that all transactions are considered valid unless challenged and proved otherwise. So I know some people were worried that if it's centralized, people can manipulate the transactions and so on. My limited understanding of layer 2 blockchains, optimistic rollups, is that if such thing would happen, you would see it on the block explorer of this layer 2 blockchain. So then when they try to post the batch to the layer 1 for settlement, then you can challenge them. And they have a financial stake that if they post something that is wrong, they lose money. So I guess one case that could happen is if they manage to manipulate transactions where they're in the meme pool before they're even submitted to the layer 2. Maybe I got a bit too much in details here. Anywho, layer 2 blockchain, awesome. This is very important. You want to spread the word about stuff.io, about the Stuff blockchain? is the blockchain that Snoop Dogg invests in, specialized in media. Snoop Dogg hates Spotify. And here we go. All right. So we have the blockchain, you have all the transactions, super fast, super cheap, great. The other thing is that, okay, transaction is good, but there's a real project behind, which are big files usually. And that's why they need decentralized storage. And here they talk about the different things that exist, like IPFS, which they are using now, other protocols, and so on. And they basically explain that, well, they need their own thing because they have big files, including complex games. I didn't talk about it yet, but this white paper is the first one talking about gaming. And this, I'm not sure if they're gonna get there or when they will get there, but I buy a lot of games digitally. And so far I'm able to port them to the next generation console I buy. But I sure would love to be able to sell them when I'm done with them. So I think there's huge demand from gamers. Also read recently Counter-Strike. You may know that you can have some skins in the game and you can sell them. There's a whole market about it. So now they introduced a feature in Counter-Strike where you can take kind of the cheap skins, the ones you get easily, and kind of merge them to get the one rank higher. So now everyone can get expensive stuff for cheap. They just buy the cheap ones, kind of burn them to get the higher item. So they destroyed secondary marketplace on Counter-Strike. Just saying. All right. So here you have media storage. Large files, encrypted, yes, important. Redundancy, permanence, meaning that multiple shards are available in multiple places at the same time. So if someone goes offline, that's it. And here, native integration with layer 2, storage fees and operations are paid in stuff. So I think the idea here will be to have anyone become a storage node. Just plug your computer to the internet all the time. Buy maybe an external hard drive or something, and then let the stuff tokens come in. Why not? I mean, I know a lot of books, for instance. It would be cool if I could just host them and share them, with other users. Not sure, what will be the actual stuff fee and so on, but stuff will be involved. All right. Then the last step is this media delivery. This is important because what they need is handle large files and also have high throughput, let's say, so that if you download a movie, if you watch a movie, that it is not buffering. Okay, so we have the storage, we have the blockchain. Now we need a place to actually consume the content, and this is the media delivery. So we know we can do it on the web. That's what I'm doing here right now. Mobile apps, iOS, Android, smart TV apps. So hey, you can watch anywhere. What they want to do is to decentralize that so that anyone can build a viewer, and that if something happens to stuff, then you can still access, still watch. So that's important. And then they get something much more interesting, which is a new kind of social media. Because here, okay, you can identify who owns what. So you can create chat rooms and have people get together based on what they own, what they read, what they listen to, and you can create communities. So this is really powerful because you have the community, you have the author, the artist, they can connect with them, enter the chat room or something like this, do some live stream. And I think this is what will make it viral. Because at the moment I'm thinking, okay, let's say most books are bought on Amazon, Kindle. And then I guess you have Book Talk as a community. Not sure where book communities are otherwise. But it's probably not on Amazon. I'm not aware of any Amazon forums or something like this. Here you have all in one that you buy and you're going to see, hey, my friend, he owns that. Hey, he has a user profile. Oh, he bought that. And then I can ask him, hey, I saw you bought maybe that movie. What did you think about it? Maybe you can lend it to me. And so all those connections make you encode into the ecosystem. So you don't need to go elsewhere. And this is quite powerful. All right. Now the roadmap. This is one of the most interesting parts of this white paper, because okay, they have crazy plans, but when pump. So they're explaining that they have 5 phases, and now they're moving into phase 2, commercialization. Here we see the phases. I'm gonna zoom in. I zoomed too much. Okay, not sure if it's gonna be super visible, but I'll just read it out loud. Phase 1 was foundation, invention, and proof. This is done. Proof of concept. Gutenberg and so on, hundreds of assets. It's live. Phase 2, commercialization. Actually, I realized that they described that later in the white paper, so I'm just gonna read from here. So here, phase 1, okay, this is done, so I'm not gonna go through it. Commercialization, that's where they are now. And here, you can see the key initiatives. So here we're gonna see what's coming. Launch.stuff, creator portal. I mean, creator portal as itself exists. Launch.stuff, not yet, but shouldn't be too far out. Expanded catalog. Grow from hundreds of test assets. I'm a bit salty that my assets are called test assets. Also that they're on IPFS and that they are bashing IPFS for not being permanent. So I don't know what's going to happen to my test assets once the node storage on the layer 2 is live. Good question to ask during a space. So yeah, go from hundreds to thousands of live titles. Early gaming. Onboard major IP holders. Partnership growth. Yeah, partnership with labels, publishers, studios. To go from pilot jobs to catalog-wide distribution. So we're going to see if someone comes in with, I don't know, this big 5 publisher with 60,000 ebooks. Maybe. Social layer, community features. Yeah, here we have some of those things. User profiles, this already exists. Following and feeds, clubs and groups, direct creator connections, ownership-based social graph. So this is more for traders to see, okay, who owns what. They're not just followers on an account on social media that, hey, you can buy followers, can be a bot, something like this. Hey, it's someone who really owns your art. Ad free by design, yeah, that's really cool. P2P transfers. There was a tweet by Guillermo showing that it's done on, I won't say testnet, that they managed to send something to someone with just an email address, which is incredibly powerful. Now you can send all your assets to anyone. You can spam people so they learn about stuff.io. So that's pretty neat. Redemption system to have physical plus digital product bundles. And this, I think we're also getting there. You may remember this partnership with, forgot the name of this merch partner, Visions or something like this. It's the Wu-Tang merch company. So they partner up with them, and I guess they're gonna do these kind of things, physical/digital bundles. Coupons as media tokens. Interesting idea. Get a coupon, maybe, I bought the album from this artist because I wanted to support whatever, but actually I'm not really into it. And then, this artist dropped me a coupon for, I don't know, the next single or whatever. But I don't really care. So, hey, it's a media token, I can sell it. So that's pretty cool. Consumer onboarding at scale. So credit cards, simplified wallets. So this is done. Phase 2 doubles down on frictionless onboarding. I don't know if you noticed now, if you buy something on stuff.io, you are automatically in simple mode, where you only can pay by credit card. And it sends to a self-directed wallet linked to your account. And then you have a toggle, you can go to the crypto mode, where you can choose the blockchain, pay with crypto or credit card, send to the wallet you want. So we are getting quite close to ticking that box here. Then token utility expansion, consume to earn mechanics, marketplace utility. So marketplace as in the stuff store again. You need it to mint. You have to pay in stuff as a creator to mint. Premium features, I'm not sure what that is. Platform rewards. Is it consume to earn? I don't know. And creator incentives, ambassador program. If you remember, that was on hold because the person they hired, I think, didn't work out, something like this. So it's been pending. Affiliate rewards. That's nice. That's nice because if you want to support someone, maybe some creator, hello, and they put a link, and you can buy stuff through their link, and it's the same price for you, but they get a kickback. That's pretty nice. It's going to encourage content creators or marketers in general to spread the word. Creator and fan flywheel, sorry. Yeah, every new asset, creator, or fan strengthens the ecosystem. Because everyone who buys, everyone who creates, uses stuff. So it's good for everyone. Phase 2 takeaway, Stuff.io becomes open, social, scalable. Creators can self-mint, fans actively collect, and stuff evolves into the heart of a living media economy. So I think, we are maybe halfway through. I mean, we have the portal. Wow, it's really a lot of stuff. So launch.stuff. I mean, we already have a portal, so that's kind of in the bag. I'd say expanded catalog, partnership growth. Yeah, I don't see it yet. Social layer, they're working on it. Clubs and groups, doesn't seem like it's very close. Direct creator connections, I think this would be possible. If you open your stuff app on mobile, you see you have an inbox, and I think we're gonna get some spam. I mean, some spam. If you own something from someone, then they could, contact us. So that shouldn't be too hard. Ownership-based social graph, that too. Ad-free by design, well, just don't put ads, so that's done. P2P transfers, testnet done. Expanded redemption system, yes. Partnership with the merch company. Coupons as media tokens. It's just an NFT, fungible. Don't think this is very complicated to set up. Then the credit card stuff, that's done. So I think we are good here. And then what comes next? And here, mind you, we have a roadmap with no date. So to be honest, I have no idea when this will be completed. But okay, somewhere in the white paper they talk about 2 years, but I don't know if it's the whole roadmap or not. It was not very clear. Nevertheless, let's move forward. It's already been almost 30 minutes that I'm doing this monologue. All right, phase 3 out of 5, ecosystem scale, infrastructure expansion. So here, layer 2 comes in. Low cost, high throughput, optimized for digital media. Self-sustaining economics, yes. Decentralized storage, yep. This is cool. Personal and private DAs, that you can mint your own stuff for you, not to sell. So if you don't want to put it in the cloud that you don't know who has access, then break it, shard it, encrypt it, and no one but you can see it. This can be really cool. I wonder if it's going to unlock new use cases, because I can figure, let's say, I'm a bit of a nerd. I want to save, some memories, some personal pictures, whatever, online rather than Google Drive. Maybe. But then I'm thinking the more advanced stuff, like, hey, there's a court case, and here are some legal evidence, and we digitize them, we put them on stuff, and then only us can see them. No one can tamper with them, and we can send them to people, and only them can see them too. So no leaks. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna unlock new stuff like this. And phase 3 has something that I'm really, really looking forward to, is a secondary marketplace. Please God, because it's cool to be in your library and to see, it's worth a few $1,000s. Hey, cool. But you have to go to JPEG Store, OpenSea, and hopefully find someone to sell it to. So, and they take some cut as well. But when we have the marketplace on stuff, then it's much, much, much better, because then you can sell. You don't need this crypto knowledge. Just, it's in my account, I can sell it. And anyone can buy with just a credit card. And for them, it's not crypto, they're just buying a book. Maybe a collector edition of Queen Loftis, because there are only, I think, 400 copies of them. And maybe she takes off or something like that. So this, I think, will be really strong. JPEG Store is taking, I think, 2.5% cut. I wonder if Stuff.io will take a cut as well. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll just give more money to creators. So that would be a class act. CTE, again, consume to earn. So here I'm not clear why they talk about it in phase 2 and in phase 3. There was a space earlier this year when they said they planned consume to earn for this year. I have a lot of conflicting information. I feel like stuff is often like that they announce stuff and then it takes more time. I mean, it's not a bad thing per se. They still deliver at the end, so I don't really care. But it's hard to kind of predict when, the message changes. All right. Verified content creation. Yep. Book.io full print catalog. The 13 million print books from Ingram. And from that point, Book.io is a real bookstore, like any other bookstore, except that you own your stuff. And from that point, I really, really wonder what kind of traffic they're gonna get. Because you just need to get a few influencers, a few offers to talk about it. A lot of people got shafted by Amazon. So have those people talk about Book.io, how they work with the same people, Ingram, and now, they own their stuff. You're on offer, you see actually how many were sold on the blockchain. You can reach out to those people. You make, 70% in your pocket, and you keep your rights. It's like a dream deal. So this will be a huge pivotal moment in the life of Book.io. Gifting system, all right. Lending protocol, this will be pretty cool too. I think, and a few people say it like that as well, is that you can rent your stuff in exchange of consume to earn rewards. At least that's the theory. Meaning that if you're a user and hey, I'm used to paying a subscription to Audible or whatever and not pay for each book, then now it's like, hey, I can access everything for free. I just give them some random points that I would get otherwise, and I don't know what I would do with them. And now everyone is a bookstore, everyone is a library. And this is like, I feel like it's somehow the streaming version of books that, hey, you don't have ads, you don't need to pay for anything. You access, you give away some points, whatever. What may be challenging is that there are probably way more people who want to read for free than people who buy and are ready to lend. So there'll be some imbalance there. I'm not sure. Maybe it will put some people off. Like, hey, I heard I could go to Stuff.io or Book.io and, rent books for free, but actually no book is available. So that kind of sucks. So here I feel there might be some imbalance, but still powerful thing to attract a certain type of people. Not collectors who can dish out money, but the cheap people. Creator engagement tools, this is cool. Tools to communicate directly with the audience. Updates and message to verified orders, token-gated fan clubs, interactive engagement, polls, feedback, live streams. That, chef's kiss. Really, really good. Because then, as a fan, your experience is that much powerful. Imagine you get access to live stream of your favorite artist. Let's say a band. They're here in studio, in their rehearsal room, and they're like, hey, okay, we're gonna play a set for like 30 minutes. And it includes maybe 2 songs that we never released before. And they'll be in the next album that we're working on, whatever. And this is limited to the 100 people who bought the collector edition of whatever they sold. That's what I live for. Watching the people I really love doing what they like and having this experience. Music is all about feelings. So really cool to see that coming in the next phase. Hopefully pretty soon. Amplified coupons. So blockchain native coupons that gain power through sharing. So this I'm not sure. Can be gifted, resold, virally spread. Okay, just coupons. Open APIs and SDKs so people can build apps, marketplaces, and integrate on top of media tokens. This is important for big 5 publishers. They don't want to send people to stuff.io or book.io to buy. They want to keep them on their website. So they'll be able to do that. In the background, it will still be stuff and book, but the front end will be like, hey, I'm still on, I don't know, Penguin Random House or Simon & Schuster website. Gaming integration. That's also cool. We know Charles Hoskinson owns IP of some retro games, so I guess it's gonna start with that. But yeah, already there in the next phase. Global creator onboarding, international programs to bring millions of independent creators. Sheesh. We don't even have 1 million users. So they want music, film videos, writers, AA native creators. All right. Then strategic integration, partner with major streaming services. Streaming as a discovery tool. Consumer platforms, hardware providers. Hardware providers. Yagon, IAG. You want to become a node provider, so you buy the Cyclone thingy. I don't know. Phase 3 takeaway. Stuff.io becomes platform, global infrastructure layer, blah, blah, blah. Ownership, discovery, secondary trading, engagement. Yep. So, to be honest, by the end of phase 3, which realistically could be in the next 2 years or less, it will already be an awesome platform. Hey, you can lend, you can buy everything, it's normie friendly, there are already millions of books. There are those chat rooms only for fans, direct connection to the creators. You earn for consuming. You have those deflationary tokenomics as well. We will already be in a very, very, very good state. So what's next? And I'm gonna a bit faster because I see the clock is ticking. Mainstream adoption. So here, what I didn't see coming, but I think it's really cool, is an AI creation recommendation engine. Basically, it looks at the way you consume media, what type of media you own, and makes recommendations based on that. So it's more relevant. And when you think that you have launched stuff and they want millions of creators, you have a lot of noise as well. It will be hard to navigate. So this AI creation / recommendation engine will be really important to help you find stuff that is legit interesting to you. And what's quite powerful is this cross-media discovery. That most platforms, they are monolithic, I guess we could say. It's just either book or videos or music. But here, we see everything you consume. So maybe you like this fantasy book, and here is some, I don't know, some fantasy movie that is based on the book or inspired by the book. Maybe you want to watch that. Or the opposite. You watch the movie and they recommend the book. Why not? Also, it looks at it makes recommendations based on what people in your circles, what they look at. So your friends, the clubs you join, global communities. Then, bigger catalog, AI recommendation engine, rights management, fraud and authenticity detection, library analysis, market making, identify secondary market opportunities and help fans build valuable collections. So I wonder if it's going to tell you, hey, look, Gutenberg Bible, it's only 10,000 of them, and it's like the first DEA, and it's super cool, and it gives you 10% off on everything. So maybe you should buy it. Is it something like that? Or is it something even sneakier? I'm thinking like stuff working as a market maker, in the sense that they think this book is probably gonna do well, but this guy is dumping it way below floor. So let's buy automatically. Maybe there'll be a function like you can just dump. Like you don't want to find a buyer. You just like collection offer. And the collection offer would be from stuff. And then this way, no, they get back stuff that I guess they can resell, and maybe, or use it for giveaways or stuff like this. I don't know, but I think that's what's missing in the NFT world in general, is the depth of liquidity. So maybe that's the way to understand it. It's a bit far-fetched. I concede. Deep consumption analytics, enterprise marketing tools, blah blah blah. So this is not for us normal people, but this is important. Media tokens as the default format. So in this phase 4, which is global mass adoption, it's like media token is a normal thing. I wouldn't say that there's no more Amazon or Spotify or stuff like this, but media tokens like a DVD or CD or whatever, it's a normal thing. Everyone knows about it, and everyone owns some. And yes, still the same thing, deflationary flywheel, and so on. Media tokens embedded into consumer platforms, streaming services, app stores, games, devices. So I'm not sure here what it means. Maybe you buy a game, you get some extra media tokens. Like I bought a game not so long ago, and it came with like some art book, some soundtrack as well. Maybe those could be media tokens. Physical, digital, normalized. Every time you buy an album, a book, you get like a physical album or book, you get the media token counterpart. Coupons, they really love those coupons, but they say 500 billion worth of coupons distributed globally each year. So I guess if they get a slice of that, that's pretty cool. Social fi, media fi, yes, mainstream creator economy, 1 billion full-time creators worldwide. Wait, 1 billion full-time creators? Maybe in the future, but I don't see it now. So yeah, basically media tokens become a normal thing, and it's huge. I really skipped through that one. Phase 5 is more the DAO, so that people can decide how the blockchain evolves, consume to earn, fully decentralized media viewer. So here they give the keys to the community. So I guess we can maybe even create DAs, decrypt them to our own readers, viewers, and so on. I'm not hot on DAOs. I feel like people don't care about it. Like they don't want to participate. And I would assume anyway, they're still gonna hoard a lot of tokens. So probably they will still be the ones making the decision. Look at Cardano governance and Emergo and others. I don't know how many D-reps, like 3 or 4 D-reps have like 25% of all voting power or something like this. So this, I'm not gonna spend time on it, but it's good to know they want to hand off the keys a la Charles Hoskinson with Cardano eventually. All right, so 5 phases. We are, I would say, in the middle of phase 2. Phase 3 is really very, very strong product, which I think can come in the next 2 years. Now, the other very interesting part is the tokenomics. You remember they are burning 50%, which was for consume to earn. I am not a big fan of doing the gradual burn. I mean, they explained that already now, like 23% of the total supply, so 46% of the consume to earn, has been burned. 1 year from now, almost everything will be burned, so it's fairly fast, but might as well just kill it. I mean, I guess it's just to not have kind of recurring marketing that every epoch they post that they burn something, but I don't know. Not convinced of the benefit. Here we're gonna look at the this. Okay, it doesn't really scale up with with me zooming in. But here is the one we already know. What matters here is that, okay, you're a creator, you have to pay in stuff. You're a consumer, you buy with crypto or real money. And so part of every sale, so 30% is for the Stuff team. And out of those 30%, 30% goes back to the ecosystem via consume to earn. So basically they buy back the tokens to do consume to earn, the node rewards, both storage and validator rewards for the blockchain to work. So ambassador as well, commissions. So to put it in perspective, imagine that whichever asset, doesn't matter the price per asset, but we're gonna say they sell for like, I don't know, let's say $1,000 per day. Like they didn't take off yet, $1,000 per day. So if you take 30% and then 30%, it's 9% of the total. So it's $90. So every day they would buy for $90 worth of stuff to redistribute it. So people will probably dump it eventually, maybe not right away. But then some is burned as well. We don't know how much is burned. And that sucks because it, again, feels more like marketing, say, hey, we're burning it. But yeah, how much? That being said, these were very low numbers. Now imagine end of phase 3, they have those 13 million books. Maybe they can reasonably sell, I don't know, for $1 million per month, like completely random. So then $1 million per month, 9% of 1 million, $90,000 of buyback, and some is burned. So okay, now we are talking. So that's what they explain. Creators spend stuff to mint, consumer purchase assets, earn loyalty rewards, and recycle tokens into social lending ecosystems. So will you need to pay with stuff to rent books? Maybe. What we know is that you need to use stuff to enter some chat rooms. So the token flies back to the creator, who can then use it again to mint more art. So this stuff here may never touch the secondary market. So that's good. It's kind of locked in the loop. Infrastructure operators compensated in stuff, yep. And yes, the sales drive the buybacks and burns. All right. Then they explain what I already said. Yeah, and then once it moves to DAO, then the DAO will decide burn schedules, loyalty rewards, treasury allocation, protocol improvement, and so on. So stuff is not a speculative meme token, despite what you may think. It's a blockchain. It will power up a blockchain, a whole blockchain that is made for media, and people who are investing in the blockchain are major players of the entertainment industry. So I think they do have a good use case. And then yeah, teams and investors. Here, the thing that surprised me is this. William Shatner is an advisor. I don't remember if they mentioned it before or not, but good to know. And William Shatner release should be next week on Thursday, I believe. And apparently they plan some big commercial campaign, advertising campaign. So we'll see how many people come in. There's already the simple checkout system where you don't need to know about crypto, so might be good. And I do remember a tweet from Nacho saying that they minted 1 billion fungible tokens on Solana in 20 minutes. Not sure why they were looking at 1 billion. Maybe they just wanted to push the limit. But I guess if you have 1 million people coming in for this drop, which is super optimistic, that they will all come in at the same time, then probably they would need to wait just a couple of minutes, I guess, to get their stuff processed. Not sure. So yeah, that is coming. And I would say, just to wrap things up. So in this white paper, what you see a lot is that, okay, we have gaming. We have a real plan with the layer 2 blockchain, and you realize that their plan is really to disrupt the industry, like for real. They build the whole infrastructure for their own media tokens. and all the people around them, Snoop Dogg, Charles Hoskinson, Bertelsmann Group, Ingram, and so on, all have skin in the game. They're all advisors or investors. So I'm really not worried, in terms of funding and things like that. I know the sales are not great on stuff.io, like they sell maybe 50 copies per book or whatever. But this is just test asset. I think they have the funding to get there, they have the expertise. So it's just a huge endeavor, and it will take time. 2 years, I think, for end of phase 3 is possible. So a lot of buying opportunities. I think like now if they do continue to end this year, as they said, but when they get Shatner and when they announce the big 5 publisher, I guess things will get moving. I think we can start getting some kind of adoption already, just maybe not mass scale. But phase 3, yeah. And remember that Midgard is supposed to be done end of year. So it's very possible that we get the Stuff blockchain next year. And then we have a token that suddenly is at the center of everything that happens on this blockchain. And when you see the vision at the end of millions of books, millions of creators even, then it will be millions of consumers and millions of transactions, all involving stuff buybacks and burns. I'm almost worried that they will burn too much stuff. So yeah, it's gonna take time. But just a huge project, a huge mission, and yeah, just have to bite our lips and see the token go up and down and move around until things get moving for real. But personally, still very confident in the ability of the team to deliver. They have a plan, they have the skills, they have the funding. It's just a matter of time. And talking about time, I took enough of yours. This was more than 50 minutes. I hope you listened in 2x, if you can understand with the accent. So I'll just leave it here. Thank you very, very, very much for tagging along, all 181, I think, subscribers. It's really awesome to think that so many people are watching these videos, giving likes, giving comments. I'm really thankful. Not asking for anything, just glad to know that you're here. And I hope that you find all this information useful. Next video, I guess, after the Shatner drop, to see what happened with that. Will it bring the masses? Not sure. But probably a good amount of people though. Like a few thousand, I think, new holders, I would say. We'll see. All right. This time is really the end. Thank you very much again. Have a great week and talk to you soon. Bye.